Fox Carolina First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Kendra Kent.
Well, a lot of things going on with the weather, but we want to give you that early heads up that next week looks very rainy. Tuesday and Wednesday specifically, a couple rounds of some fairly heavy rain that could lead to localized flooding. So just factor that into planning for next week, and we will keep you posted on those first alert weather days. Notice how rain chances stay on the lower side, not zero, through Super Bowl Sunday into Monday, and then we'll have those bigger chances into next week. We're going to be watching Thursday. We may end up adding that as another first alert weather day since we get potentially even more rainfall coming in. Our first alert radar is mainly quiet for the upstate, much of the mountains, just a few showers there around Franklin. You can see over upstate spots, nothing has really developed. We're going to be looking ahead to some of that activity out in Tennessee and parts of Kentucky, running toward the mountains later on tonight. So there is a slight chance of rain. This is primarily for the upstate. Slightly better chance will be up toward the Tennessee line later on this evening. But it'll be a weakening line of storms. I'll show you that here on Future Tracks. So notice 11 p.m. tonight, that's when we'll have the opportunity for a few strong wind gusts. And the good news is it's hitting the mountains. That usually helps to tear apart storms. And also we're losing the heat of the day. It will have been nighttime for a few hours. We lose the energy. So a lot of this is going to fall apart as it moves through the mountains. So by 1 a.m., we're just looking at a couple showers overnight. And then we'll start the day on Friday mostly dry. Now, Friday, slight chance of rain. Can't totally rule it out. As we take a look at Future Track, we just stay in this unsettled pattern where we could just see a couple rogue showers develop. But overall, it's looking like a nice day. Temperatures will start in the upper 50s, work their way into the mid 60s by 11 a.m. And then look at that, mid 70s. We're going to be like this through much of the weekend. 75 for Greenville, 64 in Asheville, and we could come close to a record on Super Bowl Sunday. 75 in the upstate, 76 is the record, so you should not have to bundle up at all for grilling, anything like that. Super Bowl forecasts can be all over the place this time of year, but this one's going to be a warm one. Our next big thing comes after Super Bowl Sunday as cold air takes over. We're going to have a chill in the air with this rain coming down on Monday. It doesn't look like much there. But then here we come on Tuesday, another front helping to focus some heavier rain, and the timing still tough. We're going to be nailing that down as we get closer. But into Wednesday, indications of another round, which could prime our soil, prime our area for localized flooding with these multiple rounds of rains. That's what concerns us a little bit. That's why we're watching these days closely and why we've issued that first alert for Tuesday and Wednesday. By Thursday, we continue a chance for some showers. And again, we may be adding that as another first alert as we monitor trends. But otherwise, nice and mild weekend, and then the temperatures drop into next week. Gosh, the Monday after the Super Bowl is already hard enough, and then it's going to be cold. So it is what it is. And then first alert weather days come for Tuesday and Wednesday. Be sure to download the Fox Carolina First Alert Weather app, scan the code on your screen, and that way we can serve you better by sending you updates on how next week is looking. And of course on the Super Bowl forecast. If you have plans to be with family outside, we can keep you ahead of all the changes. Just scan that code on your screen and get our app for free.